Hello, this is another Board Deck and Dice First Play, and today we are playing Robin Hood and the Merry Men. I'm with Mark and Big Pawn. So it's fair to say there's a lot going on in this game. There's essentially two main phases, the Merry Man phase, and they're both kind of worker placement. The hero phase is worker placement-ish, more like action selection, I guess, if you've been technical. But on the first phase, you must play a card, either actively or passively, which is going to dictate to a limit, to a degree, what you do or how well you do it. And then you either play to a hideout or a gathering area. And there's resource getting places. There's a place where you can go and rob the rich, which is like a push your luck dice game. Although the dice are quite fair, actually. The worst dice are 50-50. So the worst dice, the skills dice are 50-50. The weapon dice are actually got 4 sides weapons and only 2 misses. So you do that, and you're trying to kind of... the other place you can go is up and build some traps and barricades, as I built a barricade here to kind of halt the progress of the carriages, which is worrying us all because that's a joint loss condition. Although we're doing all right for pennies so far.
Wait,
so
joint loss? Oh, the
yeah, if a road runs out of pennies, that's game over. So we put some barricades out. We also did have some traps. Myself and Mark both activated a trap. You did a barricade as well, Chris, didn't you? So I've kind of done most of that. There's a lot to go through, a lot to remember, but it does kind of make sense.
Yeah, especially after doing the first round.
I think it's kind of a number of simpler mechanics put together, and that's why there's a lot to do. I've seen some people say it's a bit fiddly. I'm not finding it fiddly.
For the weight of the game,
Yeah.
it's to be expected.
Yeah.
And for once, I'm actually correcting Mark instead of me asking you. So
Yeah.
It can't be too bad on
Yeah.
that front.
I guess this is kind of filling up.
Yeah, but you're going to spend that soon enough,
Yeah.
aren't you?
Yeah.
You're not really saving for anything big, are you? You're more trying to control what happens on the board.
Yeah.
Most of the end goal conditions seem to be about controlling what happens in certain areas of the board. I mean, I'm not even thinking about my end goal ones just
Not
yet.
particularly, no.
But I will probably, after the next round, I'll probably start thinking about envoys, because unless you send envoys, which sends them out of the game, and that is quite expensive to do.
That's a good point, actually.
You have to spend dice to do that as well.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't use my dice, did I? So I've got them still. Brilliant. Very enjoyable first round, definitely. And I think it's going to be interesting. I think we're being quite nice to each other at the minute in terms of rescuing each other's characters, but that does give you a big benefit.
Yeah.
There's not much take that though, is there? Really? Because it's sort of the
No,
we like all lose or
one of us wins.
yeah.
Yeah. I think the kind of take that comes in like the selfish choices. Like Chris definitely made a selfish choice when he defeated a carriage, but at this stage of the game, that's probably the time to be more selfish.
Yeah.
It's going to be later on when someone does that, and everyone's going to be going, "What are you doing?"
And also choosing not to rescue somebody when you easily could.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We've got two.
It's more not doing stuff that you could do,
Yeah.
doing stuff that.
So these two, obviously, we're going to have to do something about, or we should do, because otherwise they start filling up this track, which is the other loss condition. It's a bit like Euphoria, a lot more confusing by looks than by when you start to play, because essentially most of the spaces around the outside do the same thing with a different resource. And actually, once you start to learn the iconography, it makes sense. So that's where
I find that with most games, it's just the iconography you learn that, and 'cause it's different game to game. So
it's very thematic iconography.
And generally, the game.
And the game,
is
even through one round, we've
probably
had to
one
think
of the most thematic games I've played, actually. To be
from
fair.
one round.
Yeah, but I mean, just the general choices of what there is to do.
Yeah. I mean, you love this game anyway because you won it.
Yeah, I did. I must admit, I was very lucky.
Yeah.
But no,
So we're going to play through the next complete rounds, and we will come back at the end and Let's just capture this moment where I'm in the lead because I don't think it will last. I'm predicting a Chris victory today. If it gets too far ahead, I'm just going to torpedo the game so we all lose. I don't think that's going to be that easy though. So anyway, cool. We'll be back at the end of the game. So we've just finished Robin Hood with a victory for your host, the Board Deck and Dice here, with a what have I got there? I did get up to 90, but then I dropped 89. To 1, so I got an 89. Plays a 80.
Plays 49.
I got 40 more points than you.
You got almost my score more than.
That's embarrassing. So I think I'm right in saying we all immensely enjoyed that.
Yeah, did actually.
I'd say easily a top 20 game for me after first play, if not higher. I think that's a bit conservative. What I was just saying when we finished is, if the track for reputation, I was worried going in because my biggest complaint against Orleans, which I love, is that track at the bottom which multiplies your score. You absolutely have to get up it and you have to get some civilians. And you've absolutely done me on that and stopped me getting anything. I still don't know how you did it, Voodoo. But here, I only got up to the second level.
And
only just. But that was enough. That was probably what did it, because I got 1 point. Did I get? Yeah, I got 1 point extra on each of them, didn't I?
Yeah.
Combined with me being the most active in putting out barricades and traps. And traps actually helped me a lot because it helped me put out more stuff because I was exchanging my trapped guards for resources every time.
Yeah.
Now, I could have saved them up and got 12 points, but I think the resources helped me get stuff out more.
That helped you be a lot more efficient, I think.
Well, I think the top bit for getting points is really just if you get enough in one go to do it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's kind of a bit pointless. Because that changed everyone. So you might get one that you only need one guard for, and it's like 3 points or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Still 7 points.
Well, 3 was for 12 as well.
Yeah.
But again, in terms of resources, you know, and these are great because they get you bonuses every. I mean, I'm gonna try and get 2 out at least in the first round if I can. You know, if I can get the right cards.
Well, I only got that barricade out on the last round, so I wasn't getting anything from the all game.
I think that's the thing is when you've got a card that can get you up to a trap, it's quite important to keep hold of that one until later on in the game. I was disappointed I didn't get another envoy out. I would like to get my third envoy out, but coins are so hard to come by. I mean, if you go and do archery, you're going to get a load of coins, but
I should have done that more.
You can't. Well, you can't, can you?
No, I mean, I should have done it more because of that power.
Yeah, but I mean, my power is quite useful because I got a free trip to break out our prisoners, and that got me some VP as well.
No power seemed overweighted as well.
No.
It seemed, you know, I was quite happy with my power of 1 less per pink. If it had been covering all of them, it would have been probably overpowered. But I think everybody's power was quite even. I
think I probably would have preferred the other power that I could have had, which was re-rolling on something else. I think it was 2 of these maybe, or something like that.
Yeah, to be fair, useful, I think because I was in the game, going in for the prison for you wasn't as, you know, it was easier for me to go and free prisoners, wasn't it? But yeah, I think we came close to losing middle, 4th or 3rd round, didn't we? When we
got up to here a few times.
Fortunately, we were getting money a bit easier then, and we both went there, and that's a nice source of VPs. I just think it feels like incredibly balanced in terms of the actions. You're always getting a benefit that makes it worth it.
Yeah.
It's just when you want to prioritise those things. The biggest criticisms would be there's a lot to learn and there's a lot on the board, and that makes some of the icons themselves, like when you get them down, they're pretty good. Sometimes they're a bit small.
Yeah,
for us elderly people. The pink and the orange. But again, that's nitpicking.
The like this, that doesn't look like iron.
But
but it's consistent with the thing.
Yeah,
they do that because it's the colours you're looking at, not of the resources. Because in the standard game, it's just cubes.
Yeah.
But this is fantastic, and this is done. I think this is exclusive, but
the boards?
But the standard stuff would fit in here as well.
Okay.
Because it's discs and. So that's quite nice. The artwork is phenomenal. The set collection here is great. They're not all... You get rewarded for collecting the same characters, but they don't all have the same powers on. Originally, before I played the game, I thought, that's going to be... You're just going to be sticking the same cards there, but they're different, and that's quite neat.
They're sort of similar, or the ones I had that were the same were similar powers, but not the same.
The end-game point cards mostly are going to score you in the region of a maximum of 8 to 12 points, I think. Chris thought he scored 20, but
incorrectly.
It's levels, there's a couple of places where the rules aren't detailly clear. So a couple of little bits where, like, if you followed the theme, it made sense. So one of the questions we had is, and we kind of just played it the way we thought and then checked, and we were right. But when King John goes to a road, he takes the coins, and sometimes stuff goes into the sheriff's stash, but we were like, well, it's a sheriff's stash, so King John won't be paying into the sheriff's stash. And that turns out we were right, but it wasn't specified. No. It wasn't specified if you had to choose the first carriage. Now, we just said, because it doesn't specify, we'll assume, but we did double check. And actually, thematically, that makes sense as well, because you wouldn't just... If anything, you'd be more likely to ambush out here than you would out there. So if you were going super... because it's too near the guards. If you're going super thematic, you would have to do it from the back. So, but that's... the movement... It'd be interesting to play the co-op game.
Full co-op.
Is there a full co-op?
There's a full co-op version and a solo one.
Is it all within this, or do you have to get expansions or something?
No, it's all in the box. The rules come, but I think you may use the solo villain. No, I don't. There's some other cards you use, and you don't have to use. You don't do the. These. There's some scenarios and different. You generally lose the same ways, but there's different ways of winning. Like just surviving the 5 rounds or something. But big thumbs up from us, I think, for this.
It's just very varied. It's got a lot of different elements that I really like about it. And like I say, everywhere has a positive, thing to go to that you want. And you've got many. Obviously there's many routes to victory because you won from very low down on here.
But if you'd have got up one more level, that would be. It wouldn't just be the extra 3 points. It'd be multiplied.
If I'd put out one trap, that would have made a big difference. But then again, same could be said for many other aspects of it.
And it's just whether not getting the resources enabled you to fight off the losing conditions. It's like I'd like to be a bit more. I mean, I was quite selfish building this road pile, and it became quite obvious. What was nice for you that I didn't realise is you had an end game that triggered off this road as well. So you could kind of let me get on with that. But it'd be interesting to see if someone really says, "No, I'm not going there." And pushes that condition. We had a little chat, didn't we? Because I said, well, I'd rather save my men from hanging and lose together than lose loads of victory points at the end.
Well, that's it. The semi-co-op mode of this, like we said, partway through the game, it adds quite a bit of tension, but in a good way, and it's just sort of...
Because it's not that, take that.
You're almost like together, but also traitors to each other at the same time.
Which is kind of...
But not in a really evil way.
Common enemy, but
Mark, if you hadn't rescued my 2 guys, that I would have lost 8 points at the end of the game, which would put me only 1 point above you.
Which is quite thematic as well.
To
the whole...
Well, because you've lost your merry men. How can you win the competition to be Robin's best if you can't keep hold of your men? Can't even break them out. It works very well. I don't know what else to say really.
Very positive experience.
I lost massively as Robin Hood, so I think someone else should take over.
I'm surprised.
You're more of a Friar Tuck. So this was the base game without any of the expansion modules. One makes it a lot easier. I think you add cards to the villain deck that are nice. So there's 5 nice cards. I mean, we still didn't get through it all. The villain deck does seem sheriff heavy, which I think is quite good because that's the one that,
as I mentioned,
that's the one that pushes the end game more, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It is sheriff heavy, definitely.
But that's where you'd expect the sheriff is going to be more active than the king in many respects.
The thing is, I did a lot of clearing guards with dice, which got me up on here, but I didn't have many traps and stuff out. So you got more from that being down there, I think, because...
Yeah, at some point...
Especially with the envoy as well.
At some point, if you'd have changed track, you know, if you'd have concentrated, particularly if we'd have more people getting arrested, where you could have got some resources back.
Yeah.
But that's in different phases, remember?
Yeah.
You send the traps in the Merry Men phase, you fight the guards in the hero phase. So...
But I mean, I was using... Yeah, I guess.
So you could have prioritised that more. I don't know what you were doing in the Merry Men phase.
No, I was getting dice for... I often had cards that let me get 2 dice instead of 1.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't have any of those. So, I mean, there is that system is good. That's the only... Well, there is luck in the game, but it doesn't feels Euro-y, I would say.
Yeah.
But we really like this because it's a little bit of a... You're not that restricted. You generally can go most places.
It's what allows. It's what gives you a bonus at the end of the day. You can go anywhere really that you need to go, but it's whether or not you do it more effectively with a bonus of using your card.
It's harder to go up in the spots up there because you can't go.
But that's where you need your resources mainly.
Yeah.
The biggest thing I know.
You could, if you didn't get that for a round, you could just get loads of resources and go there and get loads out.
Yeah.
The biggest thing I noticed was I often didn't have any coins.
Yeah,
which and I should have done archery more.
If you got 2 barricades out, you got a coin every round.
Yeah.
There was a couple of times when I was like, I want to go build a barricade, but I can't. So I just built a trap instead.
I had that problem, but resource-wise, not money-wise.
Traps are good because they potentially get you a guard as well.
Yeah.
But of course, your one was roads, so you're going to focus on the barricades. Anyway, I feel like we're going round in circles now, and we want to play Dino Island.
Woohoo! Yeah.
So, see you next time.